fermata, staccato, slur, dynamics, accidentals, sharps, flats, and naturals, bar line, key signature, time signature symbols. Whew! What in the world do all these musical symbols mean? We've already learned a number of musical symbols in the videos and games about rhythm and note reading, but if you look at sheet music, you'll see there are even more. Let's start with dynamics, which lets us know when to play more loudly and when to play more softly. The symbols and names are all based on Italian words, so let me practice my Italian. Fortissimo, very loud. Forte, loud. Mezzoforte, medium loud. Mezzopiano, medium soft. Piano, soft. Pianissimo, very soft. What do you think we need these for in music? Well, they make music more interesting to play or sing. It's better when you have some expression. Just think about if we spoke always in the same loudness, it would sound very boring. It's good to spice it up and add some dynamics. There are a couple more dynamic symbols that you will often find in sheet music. Crescendo, gradually getting louder. Decrescendo, gradually getting softer. Here's another fun fact. The word for the instrument piano was originally pianoforte. Can you translate pianoforte? How good is your Italian? Oh yeah, it is the soft, loud instrument. Pianoforte, soft, loud. The piano was invented by the Italian person Bartolomeo Cristofori, which is a very cool name. And before the piano, there were harpsichords that were like the piano, but they couldn't play softly or loudly. When Cristofori invented the piano that could be played loudly or softly, people were so excited that they called the new instrument pianoforte, the soft, loud instrument. All right, we have some more symbols to cover. Ready? Key signature. We introduced the sharp, flat, and natural sign in the video Note Reading 2. When we find them in the middle of a piece, we call them accidentals. If we find them at the beginning of a piece, then they denote the key signature. This means they tell you to always play these notes as sharps or flats because these sharps and flats are part of a certain musical family. For example, the key signature of G has one sharp, F sharp. The key of D has two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. We also have keys with flats. The key of F has one flat, and that is B flat. The key of E flat has a B flat, an E flat, and an A flat. We have keys with up to 7 sharps or flats. So, for example, whenever you see a note in the piece that has a sharp in the key signature, you have to play that note a half step up. So all the F's in the key of G would become F sharp. This is the bar line. These are the vertical lines that divide the music into measures or chunks of music. Let's talk about time signature. There are symbols found at the beginning of a piece that tell the time signature of a piece of music. It consists of 2 numbers. The top number tells you how many beats there are in one measure. The bottom number tells you how long each of these beats are. Here are some examples: 4/4, 3/4, 6/8, or 2/2. So in a 3/4 time signature, each measure has 3 beats, and these beats are each a quarter note long. Of course, you can also have other types of notes in a measure, like half notes or eighth notes, but they always have to add up to 3 quarter note beats. Just a few more symbols to go. Ready? Fermata. When this symbol appears over or under a note, it tells the musician to hold the note out longer than the note itself indicates. How much longer? Well, that's up to the musician or the conductor. Staccato. When this symbol appears over or under a note, it tells the musician to shorten the length of the note. So, notes that are played staccato are short and separate from each other. Slur. When this symbol appears over or under a collection of notes, it tells the musician that the notes are to be played together. There is no separation or silence between each of these notes. Tie. A tie is a curved line like this, connecting two notes of the same pitch. The musician is to play the notes together as a single note that lasts as long as the two individual notes would. Whew! That's a lot of symbols. Keep a lookout for them when you are looking at sheet music.